Hello everyone, Scrapbooking Saundra here, and I began this layout by taking a New York City map and covering it with Mod Podge, just enough to give it a sheen, so it has about 2 coats on it. So I am ready to get started. I began this layout a bit ambitious, thinking I could do it in 10 minutes, but that is not going to happen. What made me think I could do it in a really short period of time was my background cardstock. But of course, I got caught up in embellishments and all this other stuff, so that didn't happen. Anyway, the background cardstock is by My Mind's Eye Up, Up, and Away collection. I love this collection. I'm going to have to pick it up again. It's layered. The page that I'm beginning with already looks very much so layered. It has doilies, music sheets, flowers, all sorts of things on it, papers. So it has that really nice layered look without having to do anything. And I'm using DIY Shop to map my paper, cardstock from DIY. So I'm off to a running start here. And it looks promising if you're watching the time, but somewhere the clock gets lost, my phone, in the mess of all of this. But anyway, that's another story. I tried to keep it really simple because I'm using 2 New York City maps and I really want them to be seen, so I don't want to cover them up with a lot of embellishments and all sorts of things that I could cover it up with. Anyway, the layout is from 1998, or the story is from 1998. My husband and I are looking for an apartment in New York City, and we're looking on 72nd Street. I don't think we ever went into the apartment. There was something about the outside of it that we didn't like. I think it was a basement apartment. I'm not really sure, but I'm almost sure it was a basement apartment, and we didn't want to be downstairs. We wanted lots of light and lots of windows. So we ended up in Rego Park in a very spacious apartment, a lot less money, and with a courtyard and a terrace. So I think we made a good choice. And it was really easy to commute to work in Manhattan. It was a subway right away. They had great transportation, so no problems there. Anyway, back to the layout. I used a Tim Holtz card. The Lady Liberty is from Tim Holtz, and my layering is on a card from Seven Gypsies. And that gorgeous key is from Art Minds, A-R-T Minds. So this was actually a quick and easy layout to do. It didn't take much time. I was really lucky because I was starting out with great cardstock and a background that made it very easy. And I chose it mainly because when I hear my husband talk about his life back in Colombia, South America, and what his home was like, this background cardstock made me think of that. He grew up in a home with flowers and doilies, and we loved music. And it just reminded me of the stories he would tell me. So that felt like that was a good place to start. And since we were looking for a home together, our first home, it seemed to work. And I'm kind of losing my voice here. I've been doing that a lot lately. But it doesn't stop me from talking. So anyway, when I look at the layouts that I've been doing lately, what I've been trying to do is, even with my embellishments, try to use things that help tell the story, and or things that I connect to or the people in the story connect to. So the house we now live in is an old Victorian house, and we actually had keys that look like the key here, the large key that I'm using here. And the typewriter, we had an old, huge typewriter like that in our apartment. I can't believe I ever typed on it, but God, it used to hurt to press the keys down. So they're like little things that help me associate to either the time of when the photo was taken or just things in life. Like, there are so many gorgeous embellishments out there. I'm always wanting to buy them. And I have drawers full of all sorts of embellishments that I haven't used yet. And when I buy something, it's because I like it. I mean, like anyone, you buy it, you like it. And I really, really like it at the time. But when I'm trying to use some of the things that I've purchased in the past, I don't really have any sort of connection to it. Or maybe it's no longer me. It was me 10 years ago when I brought it. My stash is that old, if not older. But today it doesn't have the same meaning or any meaning for me. Um, so I've been donating a lot of stuff lately and trying not to pick up more and more stuff. Not quite yet. I'm going to try giving myself another month before I really, cleanse my scrapbooking space and hit the stores. I keep talking about that, so I will have to show you what I do buy when I go out, or at least tell you about it. I don't know. But I am so looking forward to that because I feel like a part of me is running out of stuff. But there's some things like the collections that I have here, even though some of it's old, and some of it I haven't ever used. I'm really attached to it. Uh, the collection of cards that Lady Liberty comes in from Tim Holtz, I like everything that's in that pack, but um, I haven't been using them. So I think this is one of the first times. But anyway, it looks like I am done, but not quite. I'm going to add in some Tim Holtz washi tape. It has these gears on it, and I really like it. And it kind of reminds me of Ralph. And I like gears. I don't know why, but things that the inside of a clock, I think, is fascinating. How it, turns like an old grandfather clock. I think if I ever put one of those in my house, I'd like the ones with the clear glass where you can see all the gears turning. They're just so neat looking. And the washi tape that I'm using, you can see through it. So you can still see the background cardstock. The colors of it come through. And it looks like I did a lot more to this layout than what I actually did because of all the layers that were on the original background cardstock by My Mind's Eye. So when I put down my two maps on top of there and my photo, it already looks pretty busy. Like, I've been working really hard and I haven't been. So it made it a pretty easy and quick layout that I probably could have finished in 10 minutes, but probably not because I didn't. Anyway, I am coming to an end here, just doing a few finishing touches. And I think I'm going to add a little color shine to it. I'm not going to bling it out. My addiction is bling, but I'm trying, to calm it down a little bit. Kind of getting hooked on color shine. I guess, when you're scrapbooking, you just go from one product to the next. You find something that you like and you kind of get hooked on that for a bit and write down its color shine. But I think I'm really tempted. I want to try an all black background, like black cardstock, and fill it up with both the gold and the white color shine and see what that would look like. Maybe I'll do that for a 10-minute Monday. And just to see what it looks like, because it looks nice on colored paper, but I think it would really pop on a really dark cardstock. And with that said, a little bit more color shine I'm using both gold and white, and they're both Heidi Swapp. And I'm finishing right on time because I can feel my voice going out the window. But I'm still talking, aren't I? Anyway, I want to thank you so much for joining me. I have some stills coming up for you. I do hope you have an awesome day. You can see the color shine there. in some of the stills, what it looks like. It looks better in person, I think. Here it might look like splots, but kind of sparkles when you look at it, with the naked eye. Anyway, you have an awesome day. Please like and subscribe. It's very easy to do. Come back again, and happy scrapbooking.